To the US now, and President Joe Biden admits he screwed up in last week's presidential debate, but has vowed to stay in the top job and contend November's general election.
Had a bad night, and the fact of the matter is that, I screwed up. I made a mistake, and but I learned from my father, when you get knocked down, just get back up.
Well, that was in a radio interview earlier today, but the president will need to perform during some key events this weekend, including his first sit-down interview since last week's debate with ABC America, scheduled for tomorrow. No cue cards, no auto cue in that one. Meanwhile, new polling suggests the 81-year-old may have lost some ground in key battlegrounds.
With fear for our democracy, I dissent.
A fiery speech to rail against the Supreme Court, a quick public stop to talk about the weather, a meeting with Democratic governors behind closed doors at the White House. The administration and the Biden campaign have been filling the president's schedule, hoping to turn the corner on last week's lackluster debate performance.
He knows how to do the job, not because he says it, because his record proves it. Because for 3.5 years, almost 4 years, the president's record has been unprecedented, delivering for the American people.
The Biden campaign has been trying to calm donors, hoping they'll stay in the game. And the president is trying to minimize defections among Democrats in Congress.
I think he's making calls. It's been reported that he's making calls to congressional members. I can certainly confirm that.
I know how to tell the truth.
A new campaign ad sought to reassure voters, but some minds may already be made up.
It's not just the donors that count. It's ultimately the voters, and the voters are making their decision that he's way too old, and they made that some time ago.
And for some Democrats, the concern goes beyond just the White House in November.
You look at the down ballot implications here. Are we willing to take a gamble to lose the Senate and the House? We have the Senate Democrats that we don't have the House. There seems to be an opportunity, a pathway to a majority there. Do you take that risk?
Former President Trump, meantime, is preparing to formally accept the GOP nomination week after next at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. Democrats have more time, but not much, and everything hinges on what President Biden intends to do.